In order to believe that Israel has the right to exist, you have to simultaneously believe that Palestine and Palestinians do not.
You asked me to debunk this video, so I did. Hi, I'm Ravi Morty. I debunk videos need to be debunked. So, what could we see?
For Israel to exist in the first place, it required a massive ethnic cleansing of Palestinians from Palestine during the Nakba.
No, it didn't. It didn't require a massive ethnic cleansing of the Arabs in the Nakba. And I'm not even going to dispute whether Nakba happened or what it really was. The bottom line is, you're claiming in order for Israel to exist, that was required. It was not required. Israel wanted to exist with the Arabs. Israel said yes to a two-state solution. Israel said yes to Arabs living inside of the Jewish state. As a matter of fact, there are more than 2 million Arabs living inside as full citizens of the Jewish state of Israel. Do not confuse them with the antagonistic, quote unquote, 78-year-old, four generation refugees who are currently occupying the West Bank and the Gaza Strip and have their own governments. I'm talking about 2 million Arabs that are citizens in proper Israel. So, no ethnic cleansing required for a Jewish state. However, from the river to the sea, ethnic cleansing is required for an Arab state. Arabs do not want Jews as part of their state. That's why Arabs expelled 750,000 of their Jews after 1948. And that is why they don't want a two-state solution, not now, not ever. They don't want the Jews being part of there. Matter of fact, you keep complaining that Jews are illegally building in the West Bank. So you're telling me there is a place in this world where Jews are not allowed to go. You are telling me there's a place in this world where Jews do not belong. That is ethnic cleansing. So Jews are not allowed in Gaza. Jews are not allowed in the West Bank, even though 2 million Arabs live inside of Israel.
When over 700,000 Palestinians were displaced.
What was happening? By the way, the UN said 300,000, but let's not quibble with numbers. 5 Arab armies attacked Israel. That's when this Nakba allegedly took place. During a war. During a war where the local population was attacking the Jews because they did not like the UN resolution of 1947. They did not like the fact that Israel declared independence in 1948. And 5 Arab armies outside of Israel also attacked. That was what was going on during this alleged Nakba. It wasn't like one day, da 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 da, let's kick out Arabs. It was during a war.
And that ethnic cleansing did not stop there. It has been an ongoing thing for over 80 years.
First of all, it didn't start there because there was no ethnic cleansing there. The surrounding countries, like Egypt, Jordan, and Lebanon, told the Arabs to leave. Leave, we will wipe the Jews off the map and we will return your land and money to you. But guess what? They lost. And losers can't pay their debts. That sounds familiar. They could not pay these Arabs, and they could not return land that they lost in a war. That is what the Nakba actually was. It is a catastrophe that the Arabs lost to the lowly, pesky, Holocaust surviving Jews.
That's why when someone asks you if you believe that Israel has the right to exist and you respond by asking them if they believe that Palestine does, all of a sudden they get real quiet.
You can either take two positions. Either all countries have a right to exist if they're sovereign nations, and clearly war and might makes right. That's the reality. And I don't believe in that. But if you want to talk about right to exist, people have right to exist. Jews have a right to exist and to be alive. And yes, Jews have a right to go anywhere on this planet they want, including in their ancient homeland. Jews do have that right. It is the world that prevents them from having the right going certain places in certain Arab countries and especially to the West Bank and to Gaza. And yes, these four generation, 78-year-old refugees, they have a right to exist. But why do you keep them in that situation? Stop calling them refugees. Stop placating them. Stop using them as political pawns. And enough already. After 1,000 years of Jewry in Europe, where after 5 years, their entire culture was wiped out and two-thirds of their population were annihilated, it took less than 5 years for the Jews to leave the displacement camps and move on. It's been almost 80 years. It's been under several countries: Egypt, Jordan, Lebanon, Israel, and then independence to the West Bank and independence given to Gaza. And yet, they're still refugees. Move on. And there you go.